It's May 3rd. I'm about 5 minutes into my walk. My truck is like right back there. Haven't gotten very far. I'm out in it looks like a prescribed burn, kind of up in northern Wisconsin. I saw the smoke plume the other day when I was out here and was able to look at some satellite hotspots and figure out where the fire was. It looks, yeah, like a prescribed burn. Doesn't look like anything was out of control here. So, and again, just 5 minutes into my walk and I've got a shed already. I absolutely love walking burns. You can see things so well out here. That's awesome. Definitely an oldie. It's been sitting out here for years, probably out in the middle of nowhere, and nobody knew it was here. Yeah, it feels like light. It's just been sitting out such a long time. That's really cool though. I mean, a shed's a shed. I'm happy to find any of them. I'm out grid walking this burn. I've made a couple passes and I just found number 2, and I would have missed it if I hadn't been real close to it, and it's right next to like an animal burrow of some kind, so I hope there's nothing in there right now. Just a little spiker, but those are a really good test of your eyes, so happy to find them. That's pretty cool. I think I just found an agate, and I'm the worst rock picker in the world. I can't see agates to save my life, but I think that might be one right there. I'm not sure. It's something really cool though, whatever it is. These burned areas are just the nicest shed hunting. Nicest place to walk. There's no ticks. You can see everything. I get kind of full of charcoal, but that's alright. I just found number 3 out in this burned area. I mean, nothing real big. There's a lot of just little bucks around here. Gets probably a lot of hunting pressure. But I'm having a great time walking out here, and it just makes it so much easier to find things. That one is super weathered and old. I think we've got an elk rub here, because this looks way too tall for a deer. I don't know. Yeah, this is like top of this rub is about at my shoulders, so that would either be a monster whitetail or I'm in elk country in northern Wisconsin, so I would maybe lean elk on that, but I'm still not real familiar with them. All these jack pines burnt up in this prescribed fire, but what's really cool is that their cones are usually tightly closed, and they need like the heat from a fire to melt the resin and open the cones so the seeds can come out. So all these cones are open now, and I'm betting in a few years this is going to be full of jack pines coming up. Well, it's May 8th. I'm back out in that burned area, kind of walking a different part of it, and I grid walked a big portion of it, but it's just too big to do the whole thing, and I looped way around this whole area and came back. My truck is right over there. I'm almost back. I got one here. It doesn't look like it's in very good shape, which is too bad because it looks like a decent sized one compared to the others I've picked up out here. And I saw another little thing there. I thought maybe it was a spike shed, but I think it's actually a tine that broke off of this one. So see what we have here. A very, very old shed. Yeah, there's not much left of that. That would have been a nice buck for out in this area though. Yeah, that had to come off of it somewhere here. Well, that's too bad that wasn't fresher, but still cool to find stuff. Well, I don't know what kind of craziness is going on here. I parked there and I walked in. I don't know, I walked over there, finished that section. And then I walked in here and I was like, well, I can't grid walk this whole part. But I did kind of randomly wander all the way down to those pines way down there and then came back up this side. And I'm almost back to my truck. It's right there. And there's a match set right in front of right in front of me there. I don't know how my photos are going to turn out. My camera focus got kind of screwed up by these bushes here, but boy, this burn was sure worth walking. That's 6 sheds in here, nothing huge, nothing fresh, but finding sheds on public in northern Wisconsin is not easy, so this is pretty amazing here. Yeah, these have all been really quite old and weathered. I think they're kind of cool after they go through a burn too. They just get that patina on them. That one's in pretty good shape. This one looks chewed up here. That's super cool. It was 3 match sets this year. I think I'm on 14 sheds now. I'm on number 4 for the day out in this burn. Since I was finding them up here in this corner, I figured I better walk it a little better. Spotted this little shiny thing from a ways back. Looked through my binoculars and it was a little tiny shed. Yeah, just a little spike. Huh, I can't believe I spotted that. That's pretty cool. I really can't believe how many antlers have just been sitting out in this area for years and years. Clearly it doesn't get walked and you can't really see stuff till after you burn it all. Well, I'm just coming back for this little skull I found earlier in the year. I thought it was a raccoon skull, but I checked and it's actually a badger skull, so I called the DNR and they're going to give me a permit for it because they're protected in Wisconsin. So that's actually a pretty cool find. I wish he had kept some of his teeth, but definitely have never found a badger skull before. Well, it's May 10th. I'm back in the burn. I mean, I've just been finding so many sheds out here that it's worth coming back. I can't possibly walk the whole thing, but I'm trying to cover as much as I can. And I went up, way up here, looped back around. I'm coming back down towards my truck. I was going to eat some lunch, and I think I might have found something pretty nice here. It looks big. Compared to what else I've found out here, it's been a pretty small box. This looks pretty nice here. Oh my goodness. That is a super nice shed. He doesn't have a ton of mass, but for public land out here, that's a really nice buck. And that one, it didn't get burned too badly. Doesn't look super old and weathered. I'm going to look closer. That actually, that last little spike I found was fresh from this year. It had the skin ring on it, so this does look pretty faded though. So, well, that's one of the nicest I've picked up this year. I'm probably going to spend the rest of my day now trying to match up that shed. So far, all I've got is a deer leg. Obviously, the deer are in here feeding, so. But, I mean, it's a big place here. It's about 6:30. I've been walking all afternoon trying to match up that shed. Haven't been able to find anything else, actually, so it's kind of amazing when I found that one. I don't know, as part of shed hunting, you always wonder where those matches are. It's May 17th. It's starting to green up a lot more than I like to shed hunt, and the temps cool down real nice, and I wanted to get out. The burn is still kind of walkable here. It's getting a little bit of grass coming up, but it's way better than anything else. And I'm out here, I'm trying to match up that nice shed I found on the 10th, I think it was. So I went and I grid walked kind of closer over there and wasn't having any luck. And I felt like God wanted me to walk over in this direction, and I wasn't sure, but I said, well, okay, I'll try it. So I kind of walked over, and I was looking around this little bowl here, just glassing with my binoculars. Right in front of me there, I looked, and there's a shed there, and I'm betting that's the match to that shed. So that is pretty crazy. Yep, it sure is. Wow. Yeah, both sides came through that burn pretty well here. They are fresh from this year. They're just kind of faded from laying out in the sun here. And oh my goodness, that is really a great end to my shed hunting for the year, I would say. Fresh, nice, gorgeous big 10-point buck for the public land out here. Thank you, God, for that. Well, I found a tip of an antler tine out here. I don't know if that came off a shed or if that like broke off from deer fighting. Well, it's part of an antler, I guess. It's May 19th. I'm getting down to the end here for being able to walk and shed hunt. But we got a really kind of good cold snap that's helping control the bugs. And I'm out in like the elk country in northern Wisconsin, but some of this is just really thick, gnarly, nasty crap to try to walk in. There's some really nice open like hardwood and hemlock areas too, but a lot of it is like this and swamps, and I'm just kind of getting started learning the landscape out here, but a lot of it is really unpleasant to walk, so it's been interesting though. I think I see some elk tracks out here. Well, it's May 21st, and guess where I am? Next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. That's usually about the end of my shed hunting, but this burn is still really walkable. And I don't know, I went out today. I just wanted some exercise and sunlight. I wasn't really expecting to even find anything at this point. And I've been walking around for over an hour looking at burnt sticks through my binoculars, and I saw this little thing here, and it kind of looked like a shed, but it kind of looked like another burnt stick, and I wasn't sure. But it looks like a shed here, so it's weird. I've been close to this corner here, but haven't walked right through here, so I didn't see it before. One of those really old, weathered, chewed up, burnt sheds, but I will take them. I think that's, gosh, I think that might be number 10 out of this burn now, too. This is the best shed hunting I've ever experienced in my life. Oh yeah, that thing's been out here forever. Would have been a nice shed, though. I don't know what I just found here. It's the tiniest little thing. I saw it from way, way back, and I looked through my binoculars, and it looks like a shed, but I mean, it almost kind of looks like a little tiny oak leaf or a little twig. But it appears to be a teeny tiny shed. I can't believe I spotted this thing. Wow, well, I got out in this area and I didn't even think there would be any. There wasn't a lot of deer sign. Looks like there was like an old pine plantation here that was cut. And the deer are more in like different areas out here than that. Like I walked that pine plantation over there, there was like no deer sign in that. So I didn't really expect anything out here, but there we go. Oops. There's all kinds of critter poop in here. I don't know if it's wolf poop or something else. Like all concentrated right in this area. How weird. That's gotta be wolf poop. That's huge. This whole stretch of road here is just full of wolf poop. I've never seen so much. Just crazy the amount of wolves out here. I see tracks all the time. I get them on camera sometimes. But yeah, just it's following this whole road.